Now, originally this video was made on TikTok and it was supposed to be 3 minutes long here, but for you guys, I decided to give my more updated value on how strong I think Scorpion is. Matter of fact, how strong I think Mortal Kombat characters are in general. And it's very easy to say these guys can compete with, well, not current Marvel or, I would say they can definitely compete with DC. But in terms of current characters, no, they do not compete with current Marvel. But they do compete with the pre-current era of the Marvel Universe. And they are easily Galaxy 2 Universal type characters. You see, the problem here with people in Mortal Kombat is that they only look at the games and be like, oh, so these are guys that are just getting hurt by bullets. When they don't even understand the difference between a game mechanic and a story mechanic. Story mechanic, these characters are not being harmed by actual bullets and stuff. Game mechanics, yes, because you need a way to beat this character and a way to pretty much spam on a character. Which is why, you know, certain characters have certain things here. But let it be known that Mortal Kombat characters do prepare to fight these kind of characters, so they will have tech that they would be testing to see if they can harm Elder God level characters. Alright, so let's talk about this, right? How strong are Elder Gods in this verse, right? And this would does equate to Scorpion, because Scorpion is able to beat Raiden twice, by the way, even beating his younger self, who was able to beat Raiden, who was pretty much in a it wasn't really I guess you could say he was kind of bloodlusted in a way here, but again, he beat a bloodlusted Raiden twice here, and Raiden is easily on par with Elder Gods like Cetrion, Shinnok, at least when Raiden's at his full health, and is capable of, you know, matching against Fujin, even producing equal forces to Fujin. Or if you want to go to Mortal Kombat versus DC route, he was able to beat Dark Khan with the help of Superman, even show that he was comparable to the post-crisis era of Superman. Alright, so again, this means these characters are universal to higher. Okay, they can even go all the way to outerversal if we use composite Mortal Kombat. As a matter of fact, Mortal Kombat is a composite verse as of Raiden pretty much knowing all the timelines itself. He pretty much has the past experiences and his, you know, recollection of all the Mortal Kombat timelines of every time he and Liu Kang fought. Meaning that, well, Raiden knows about the entire Mortal Kombat timeline, meaning all the timelines are pretty much merged into one, basically making a composite Mortal Kombat universe. So yeah, these guys are absolutely broken. Minus the MK endings. MK endings are more so for the bosses themselves to show how powerful the bosses are. Yes, even the likes of Kronika, unfortunately, because Kronika was jobbing majority of the story here. But it's kind of the same with Blaze. We really don't see how powerful Blaze is until the end of it, with Blaze being able to warp reality of the entire Mortal Kombat multiverse. Okay? You can also scale Scorpion to characters like Spawn, considering the fact that Spawn is a part of the composite verse here. Predator,
now there's a fall from grace.
Jason, Kratos. So, let's go back to what I was saying. Basically, it is the concept of thought, which is supposed to be very powerful. universe, right? So
You really are a fallen
this
elder
is pretty
god.
impressive considering Raiden has been able to beat Geras and has been able to, you know, beat Shinnok a couple times by himself here. Even stalemate Shinnok to the point where he was
Johnny
able to
Cage,
pretty much
the amulet!
black out entire universes. Even destroyed Reptile's planet of Zatanna. So yeah, it's pretty impressive here, including characters like Cassie Cage
Even
and
now,
Johnny Cage, who have been able
Shinnok's
to beat
defeat
Shinnok,
astounds me.
Like father, like daughter, Kotal.
you know, the entire
What is the
universe's,
source of
life
your
force
family's
energy,
magic?
which is absolutely impressive here. Characters like Shao Kahn, Onaga, Shujinko, who Cassie Cage has been confirmed to beaten in an ending. Now these endings do show how capable these characters are, and she's capable of beating Shujinko, who's capable of beating Onaga, with Onaga being able to fight against the Elder Gods at his base here, not with Blaze, but at his base here. It does show that these characters are absolutely ridiculous when it comes to absolute power here. Even characters like, you know, Shao Kahn, Sindel, Nightwolf, they also have these hexes and sorceries. But this is where you might say, you know, where does this tie into Scorpion, right? Scorpion is able to beat all these characters pretty easily. Okay? He's able to beat Cassie Cage like it was nothing. He's able to beat characters like Sub-Zero, who's been able to dominate Cassie Cage before, who's been able to beat Johnny Cage. You know, actually beat Johnny Cage himself post the Shinnok fight, where Johnny Cage will be a lot stronger than when he was at that fight. So again, he should be able to, you know, he should be able to take down characters of that caliber. There's also the fact that their magic in the Mortal Kombat verse, again, does scale to the DC verse, as Raiden was shown to be comparable to characters like Swamp Thing, Etrigan, John Constantine, and Zatanna. Characters who, even if you want to say the Injustice verse, are still capable of, you know, universal type of magic here, due to how Dr. Fate was actually able to banish Mxyzptlk with the help of Shazam. Okay, actually able to banish him with like little to no effort here. It's also the fact that in Mortal Kombat characters, if you give them Kronika's power, can actually time hop. And Scorpion basically went on a Titan killing rampage because they kept messing up the timeline or kept messing up his perfect reality. It's also the fact that these characters are easily faster than light, due to the fact that Liu Kang has been able to casually beat the Flash in a fight, meaning that his combat speed is pretty much better than the likes of the Flash here. Now you could say it's the Injustice verse or the Post-Crisis verse, or maybe it's two different ones. Because there are a bunch of quotes that do say that these are different universes. So like, hey, you remember when we went to the Mortal Kombat, went to the Injustice verse? Yeah, you know, it was pretty off. I don't remember them like the last time. Like, huh, the last time. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, yeah, these characters are just absolutely ridiculously overpowered. Yes, even jobbers like Kano, Reptile, and Baraka would be insanely overpowered in these verses here. I mean, being able to beat the Flash and Wonder Woman, even Superman, who are some of the top 5 or top 7 fastest DC characters of all time, albeit this list is a bit wonky, but I'll take it as it is. Yeah, so these characters are capable of fighting against, you know, imagination, beings who scale above imagination, elder gods who can exist outside of the Mortal Kombat multiverse, which would definitely make them definitely a lot higher. They can exist outside of time itself here, including Kronika's timeline. Even though Kronika's a Titan, the rest of them are gods here. So again, it's yeah, I don't think it's really hard to say how strong these Mortal Kombat characters are. I don't think it's even strong to say how strong Scorpion is. Scorpion is a universal to multi-versal level character. You know, this guy he was able to take down Superman. He was able to take down the likes of Wonder Woman, for crying out loud here. I mean, really, he took out Wonder Woman in a hand-to-hand fight. How many characters you know can beat Wonder Woman in an actual hand-to-hand fight? And newsflash, it's don't say Superman, because you'd be definitely wrong about that. All right. So yeah, pretty much just saying here, Scorpion should be above characters like Raiden. Raiden scales to Superman by both Mortal Kombat and DC's logic. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say where Scorpion scales here. Even if you want to say the Injustice verse, how strong is the Injustice verse? That Scorpion is absolutely ridiculous. Like, he was able to beat Trigon in his own realm, and you know, Trigon was fighting against Mxyzptlk in Injustice here, to the point where they're causing reality itself to collapse here. Mxyzptlk is like a fifth, I think like a fifth dimensional, maybe sixth dimensional imp or whatever. You know, he's pretty high in the cosmic hierarchy. Like, dude's on par with Batmite. They're like a little bit of Toon Force characters there. And Trigon is able to stalemate him pretty casually. Just the sheer fact that Scorpion was able to beat him in his own realm here and then take it over like it was nothing definitely cements that Scorpion is not something to definitely not something to be played with at all here, okay? And yes, you can definitely say these guys scale to pre-Marvel characters. Maybe even some current Marvel characters would give them, they would be able to be here. But excluding the likes of Thor, who is now like the King of Asgard, Starbrand, and the Phoenix, yeah, I do believe they'll be able to beat some characters in a good hand-to-hand fight. If you add their composite forms or, their ending forms where they have the power of Blaze, the power of the Elder Gods, and the power of Chronica, yeah, they're definitely competing with characters on that caliber here, okay? So, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I'll see you guys later.